On Tuesday, the Bible tells us what was happening in Mark chapter 11, verse 15. Then they came to Jerusalem, and he entered the temple and began to drive out those who were buying and selling in the temple. And he overturned the tables of the money changers and the seats of those who were selling doves. And he would not permit anyone to carry merchandise through the temple. And he began to teach and say to them, "Is it not written, 'My house shall be called a house of prayer for all nations'? But you have made it a robber's den." The chief priests and the scribes heard this and began seeking how to destroy him. For they were afraid of him, for the whole crowd was astonished at his teachings. I recently read an author that called this day the day that Jesus got mad. And I think that that's something that can resound with us. When we look at anger as an emotion, we need to remember that our emotions are a reflection of God. But we also need to remember that what we have is a damaged image of God. So it's okay to have anger in our lives, but we need to watch that anger and make sure it's righteous anger. Now, we don't have the temple anymore. We don't have people destroying what the temple was built for, but we do have the church. So when we get angry, we don't want to get angry at the little kid that cuts through our lawn or somebody that bumps into our shopping cart at the grocery store. But it's okay for us to be angry when we see God's church not following God's word. When God's church begins to stray from the things that we know are true, it's okay for us to call our brethren out and let them know this is not right. And that's part of what Jesus was doing, was letting these people know what you're doing is wrong. It may be tough for us because we may have people that don't like it, just like the leaders of the temple didn't like what Jesus was doing, but were called out to speak in truth and love to our brothers. God bless you. You have a great week.